Hello everyone, it is LaRon from SBO Hairloss in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I'm often asked every so often, what are the best hair growth treatments and what is the best thing to use to restore my hair growth, my thinning hair, to speed up slow growing hair, to restore hair in an area that is no longer growing? Well, I will say this. There are quite a few. There are quite a few topicals, quite a few treatments that you can use to accelerate or to enhance hair growth. But I want to share with you a few things. There are many different types of hair loss. There are many reasons for thinning hair, varied reasons for slow growing hair. So I need you to understand this. If you are not actively working on the needs of your body as to why you are having the slow growing hair in the first place, a lot of what you put on topically really won't matter much if you're not fixing what's going on internally, because your hair is growing from cellular regeneration, ATP. There are different things happening on the inside of the body that promote the hair growth on the outside. So if you're not fixing or you're not changing what's feeding your blood, if you're not changing the dynamic of your hormones and your stress hormones and your diet and your lifestyle and getting more sleep, a lot of what you do to the outside won't have as much effect until you begin controlling the inside and then combining it with the out. So let's break this down. I'm going to break this down into about 5 parts. So I'm going to begin today by talking about one of the leading hair growth treatments that is FDA approved that many are familiar with, and that is Minoxidil. So again, I'm going to talk to you about the hair growth and how the Minoxidil helps, and I'm going to use a few notes. So again, we're going to be talking about Minoxidil. Now, Minoxidil is a vasodilator, and did you know that the product was originally used as something to help people with blood pressure, to reduce blood pressure, to reduce the action of the heart having to pump blood so hard? It is now used as an off-label brand product to promote hair growth because they found when they gave this to their patients, it actually promoted hair growth. So Minoxidil is a vasodilator drug originally developed to treat high blood pressure, but it was later found to stimulate hair growth and slow down hair loss, leading to its approval for conditions like androgenetic alopecia or male and female pattern hair loss. When applied topically, Minoxidil promotes hair follicle activity and extends the growth phase of hair and increases follicular size, resulting in thicker, denser hair over time. So when you're considering Minoxidil, consider that. It does promote hair growth and it is FDA approved. So I'm going to give you some more information. Minoxidil is a biological response modifier, which has multiple functions. It 1, increases blood circulation by vasodilation. It 2, increases the mitosis of hair matrix keratinocytes and promotes growth hair faster and thicker. 3, it prolongs the anagen phase. And 4, it stimulates the kenogen follicles to initiate a new hair growth cycle. So that is all that good stuff happening right down here. It helps promote keratinocytes. It helps everything, and it helps stimulate blood flow here. These red and blue areas here, those are the veins and arteries that lead to your hair follicle. So it ends by saying, and I'm going to document this here for you in the notes, so wherever you see this, you'll see where I got this information from. It also says the effectiveness of both finasteride and topical Minoxidil in improving androgenetic alopecia has been demonstrated in several well-designed studies, such as the efficacy and safety of finasteride combined with topical Minoxidil for androgenetic alopecia. So that will be a part 2, because I'm going to break these all down. I will talk about Minoxidil, I will talk about finasteride, I will talk about the combination of Minoxidil and finasteride, I will talk about dutasteride, I will talk about the TEG machine and the laser heat type therapy, laser light therapy. I'm going to cover quite a few things because I don't want to make this very long because people's attention span is very low. So when you're considering what types of treatments to use for your hair growth, consider Minoxidil. I do want to share with you though that Minoxidil is usually compounded with alcohol. When we apply products on our scalp, it usually has water or some sort of moisturizer or humectant in it because it needs to moisturize and it needs to have a liquid property. Conversely, it'll leave your hair very, very wet. So we want it to evaporate. We want to be able to use the product, but we don't want our hair to fall. We don't want it to get messy, and we don't want to walk outside with a wet head. So much of minoxidil is compounded with alcohol so that it can dry and evaporate faster. For many, that is usually an issue because people don't want to use minoxidil a lot of the time because it will dry their skin and their scalps out. But that is a drawback that you will have because you don't want to further add additional items to your scalp, because then you're going to reduce the effects of the product if you're consistently using some sort of oil or something to calm your skin down, because now your scalp is dry and you want to use this daily for maximum effectiveness. Thereby having to shampoo your hair very often because you don't want to develop buildup and subsequent biofilms from layering products and not having a good scalp care routine. Secondly, what tends to happen with some clients is often they feel the effects of the drug because it is a vasodilator. And some clients often deal with the fact that if the product drips, or if they have the product on their hands and they touch their face and other areas, they tend to grow more hair or superfluous hair in areas where they didn't want the hair to begin with. So you must take care to understand that minoxidil, although it does work well and it is good for some people, many have effects after they've used the product, which is a drug. Yes, it can be sold in stores, but it was noted as a drug first. Many don't like the way it makes them feel. They grow hair, superfluous hair, in other places where they didn't want it. It gives them headaches a lot of the times, and it will dry your skin out. So I hope this helps, but I do want you to know that minoxidil is a viable form of treatment for promoting hair growth. I hope this helps. For more tips and tricks, please follow.